Hey everyone, it's Ange from Ange RNY here, coming to you with my week 92 post-op gastric bypass RNY update. I had surgery on March 17th, 2017, because it's 2019 right now. No, 2018. Oh my god, I can't even remember my stuff. I'm 5'7", I'm 40 years old. My surgery was at Guelph General Hospital with Dr. Jules Fouté-Nalong in Guelph, Ontario, Canada. My highest weight was 343.6 pounds. My surgery weight was 316.4 pounds, and my weight as of today is 210.4 pounds. So, I did my video back last Thursday, and then I went and got a weight on Friday, and on Friday I did put it in the get to know me tag that I did do, was 217.6 pounds. And sorry for the shakiness, I'm not in the truck, as you can see by my background. I'm actually at my brother and sister-in-law's house. I'll get to that in a minute. So from my highest weight, that is a loss of 133.2 pounds. From my surgery weight, that's a loss of 106 pounds. And since I did my weight on Friday, that is a loss of 7.2 pounds. So I'm actually quite astounded. But then again, there has been a lot of stuff going on in my life that has been extremely stressful, and in a matter of days, I mean, if you look at my eyes, you can see I've got some major bags going on that I don't generally have. It's not necessarily because I'm not sleeping, but maybe I'm just not sleeping as well. The first couple of days I wasn't sleeping very well. So one of my work friends, who's also a friend outside of work, texted me on Facebook Messenger on Saturday morning at 10:30 to let me know that there was an article on fleetwave.com stating that Celadon, the company that owned the company that I work for, was filing bankruptcy on Wednesday, today. Everything blew up over Saturday and Sunday. Sunday was the big meeting with all the Celadon execs, and they filed a Chapter 11 bankruptcy with the stipulation that my company, Hindman, and Celadon would be liquidated. They managed to sell Taylor Express and Jag Express apparently a few weeks prior to the bankruptcy. Didn't consider selling Hindman, even though Hindman had a lot of contracts on its own that it garnered that could have kept it going. Taylor, Hindman, and Jag were the only companies that were making profit, while Celadon was not. And pretty much the consensus across the board was, because Celadon is an American-owned and based company, that Hindman would go down with it due to the fact that it was Canadian-based. And that sounds bad, but that's how it went about. Because I guess the Canadian creditors didn't want to work with the American creditors so that Hindman could stay open and keep running, and the government didn't want to help Hindman with a buyout, and just a whole lot of shit. So I've spent a lot of days crying. I have spent, I mean, it's been 5 days since I found out. I've been stressed as all get out. I lost my job on Monday, and it's not good. But I've tried to stay positive. My husband and I have been fighting a little bit more because we're both extremely stressed out, because he also lost his job. So did 3,500 other people. And pretty much this all comes about because within the last 3 to 5 years, there was some executives that were embezzling money from the company that got caught, and there was lawsuits that happened because of their embezzlement from former drivers, owner-operators. Quite a large settlement. I think it was a $2 billion settlement. Of which I believe $168 million was paid back. I'm not entirely sure on the numbers, so please don't quote me on them, because I'm only going based on things that I've heard in the past. And so pretty much it wasn't enough. And on Thursday, I'm sure some of you had seen the newscast about it from the FBI. 2 of those 3 men were indicted and arrested by the FBI and taken into custody on Thursday. Friday morning or Friday afternoon, 3 of the Celadon higher-ups were informed of what was going to happen on today. And one of them went home and told to keep it to themselves, that an announcement would be made on Monday. And one of those assholes went and blabbed it to the press, which just sped up the process. There was a complete and total backlash where a lot of people, if they were delivering or picking up Celadon loads, were being escorted, like our drivers, and I'm sure Celadon drivers and other drivers as well, being escorted straight off the property, not allowed to pick up loads, not allowed to deliver loads. The only loads that we were allowed to deliver were Hyman-based contracts. So it was quite embarrassing to drive that truck through the States and back across the Canadian border and then through Canada. Knowing that this was coming, and knowing that it's all over the news, and knowing that everybody who is aware of it is looking at us. So that is, sorry, my leg just started shaking. Oh crap, sorry. I gave you guys a real good shot of my brother-in-law's house. So that is what I have been dealing with for the last 5 days. And it's not good. But my husband and I got our truck cleaned out. We tried to take our work truck back to the terminal that we were out of, because we had told them that we would, because all vehicles had to be returned today. And unfortunately, my personal vehicle broke down because it needs some work. Oh crap, sorry. And so, not broke down completely, but it's got a coolant leak, so it was overheating and it was derating my vehicle, and just things haven't worked out monetarily since we closed the trailer this year for us to be able to fix it. So, which is okay, because it'll happen. I mean, we pretty well know almost what the problem is. My husband's just got to get into the engine and look to know for exact sure what is going on with it, which is fine. Sorry, I just realized there's a glare, and I didn't mean for there to be a glare, so there we go. We'll change position. Now there's no glare. Just on my glasses. Awesome. So yeah, so I was doing the liquid reset diet, pretty much until we found out what was going on. And then, I mean, I did it for Friday, I did it for Saturday. My husband ended up making me a salad on Saturday for dinner, so I did eat some on Saturday, and then we ended up coming to my brother-in-law's Sunday, so I ended up eating with my husband again on Sunday after being liquid most of the day. And then we were here, and my shakes were all in the truck. So, sorry, excuse me. So I haven't continued with it, and I'm going to put it off for now, and I'm not going to continue with it until we are in another truck. So, good thing from that is we are possibly signing on with a company tomorrow that is looking to hire us right away. In Canada, I'm not sure how it works in the US, but in Canada you need to get your CVOR, which lists any like tickets, accidents, or anything that you have gotten on your driving record when you are a commercial driver. Those types of things go on your driving record when you are just a regular driver as well, but they generally disappear after 3 to 6 years. When you are a transport driver, if you have accidents, I believe, that happen, they don't go away ever. And I'm not sure about tickets. I'm not sure if they disappear or if they stay for life. And then we also need a criminal record check, which I believe you guys have to do in the US as well. So, but this company is okay with waiving it, and like, because normally we would have to go and get it ourselves and bring it in ourselves. They're like, no, we'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. And, so yeah, so pretty much we've got a Facebook page for, Heinemann drivers that was private, and it got opened up so that, recruiters could start posting on the page for us, so that a lot of us could find jobs in other places as fast as possible, being that it's Christmas time and we're 14 days, 2 weeks from Christmas. So, so my husband and I are going to go for a drive test with this company tomorrow, and drug and medical test. We're going to fill out the application, and hopefully we will get word that we will be able to start in the next orientation class on Monday. And then go from there, be in another truck, and just keep doing what we've been doing. So, yeah. So that's what I've been dealing with for the last 5 days, and it's been fun. There's a lot of people I'm going to miss. There's a lot of people that I'm really concerned about, because like myself and my husband, where we don't have a place to live, there are a lot of other drivers that also lived in their trucks and do not have places to live. And I'm sure there are other drivers who have nowhere to go, period. I know one driver in particular that I had talked to stated that she couldn't go stay with her sister or her daughters because of certain circumstances, and pretty much had nowhere to go, and I don't know what's gone on with her. So it's left a lot of people in very, very bad positions. For me, it was the house, buying a house, because we were most likely going to be able to buy a house this year, and things had finally worked out enough that we're finally in a position to be able to actually properly afford to buy a house, and then this happened. So, I mean, there's a lot of different circumstances for everybody. For me, it was taking one of my life goals and shoving it down the drain. And I mean, I'm not saying it's never going to happen, because I mean, depending on, you know, where we get in next and whatever, it'll still happen. It just might put it off, because I'm not sure how it works in the States, but in Canada, it puts a damper on you when you don't have very much banking history with your place of employment when you try to get a mortgage. The more banking history you have with your place of employment, the better off you are on getting a mortgage. I had 5.5 years of banking history with Celadon, Heinemann, whatever you want to call us, and now I have to start fresh with a new company. So, I mean, that could put a little wrench into obtaining a mortgage in the spring if we're still in a position to be able to buy a house. So, I mean, like this, we were finally getting there. The lady that I was just speaking about was finally getting there too. She was waiting on a call to come in on Sunday from an apartment she had gone and looked at, that she was going to be able to afford on her own, and give her a home, someplace to call home. And she's got nothing to turn around and get money from so that she can. And she pretty much had to tell that guy, and I don't know if she did when he called, that she couldn't accept it if he called her to tell her it was hers. So this is really screwed a lot of people, my husband and I included. We're trying to pick up the pieces and move forward. So yeah. I guess we'll see what happens. So yeah, so that's pretty much me for this week. I know it's not bariatric related, but in a way it kind of was, because it kind of screwed up my reset that I was doing, and even though I lost a bunch of weight anyways. So it's been great. Oh my god, look at the crow's feet. You know what? I've never had those in my life until I lost all this weight. It's actually kind of cool, because I used to look in the mirror and be like, why don't I have crow's feet? I mean, I'm old enough. I felt like it made me look younger than I really was. And now that all the fat isn't there to fill it out, they're there. So it's actually, I guess it's kind of a weird NSV. It's kind of cool. But yeah, so anyways, sorry for the downer video, but that's been my life for the last 5 days, and yeah, so it is what it is. Time to move on. So everybody else, I have hoped that you have all had a great week, and that you are all doing well, and that you are achieving the things that you want to achieve. And I hope this next week will be just as good, and that Christmas will bring good things to all of you. So, everybody take care, and I will do my best, depending on what's going next Wednesday, to come to you with another video, and hopefully a lower weight. We'll see what happens. Okay? Thanks. Take care, everyone.